Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. And double honor to those great meals on our lunch is truth. And also to the hopefully elect that's scattered abroad. I'd like to say, shalom. Come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So the title of the day, lesson, therefore evil shall come upon thee. So I'd like to say, shalom to all our listen and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And not about it, we're coming upon what? A evil time of trouble. And not about a lot of people are getting ready for the holidays. Right now I'm in the park and I seen all these different these decorations and different things like that. So a lot of people are still asleep, you know what I'm saying, still in the house of mirth. And not about not paying attention to what the signs of the time, the evils of what constantly growing all around us. And not about we knowing that World War III is getting ready to kick off. We knowing that they're getting ready to roll out this 5G blockchain system, which in fact is the beast banking system. And not about a lot of people still are not unaware of, still are having a great old time, drinking and being merry. You know what I'm saying? Constantly going on in the ways of the world, not thinking about their true power, don't know who they are, not considering, not about a lack of knowledge, and not about we're in these times, and not about the Lord is getting ready to judge this place, and not about recompense and judgment that's right upon us, and not about the middle of the Lord. We constantly sighing and crying left and right, warning you of these impending dangers, and not about it. But hey, a lot of people are still asleep, still are relaxing, still thinking that they're a good case, and not about it. Hey, it is at the door. You would not be able to buy or sell without having that. And not about these things are getting ready to come upon us, and not about it shall come to pass, and not about what the Bible is a true book, and also the Lord's word is not returned to him void, and not about it. So a lot of people right now they are getting ready. You know what I'm saying? For what? For these pagan holidays, which in fact is Christmas. You know what I'm saying? New Year's. You know what I'm saying? And it's so going on in the ways of of Babylon the Great, which in fact, trusting in the strength of Egypt. And not about this place has fallen. And not about this is the land of confusion. And not about, the Lord is not the author of confusion. And not about, but a lot of people just go around would not get it right this time, which in fact, they are the two-thirds. They're getting ready to be cut off and die on this side. Not about, it's the election has attained it and the rest was blind. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is therefore evil shall come upon thee. So we get started in the book of Proverbs chapter 22. One moment. Quick lesson through the spirit. I hope that you get edified. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 3. And it reads that, a prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And everybody, that prudent man is what? It's what the elect, the house of David, you know what I'm saying? The prophets, you know what I'm saying? The true believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We seeing what's getting ready to go down. We foresee it's the evil, you know what I'm saying? No, evils are constantly growing all around. And everybody, it's that December the 13th has passed, but that everybody, they already is setting it up. And everybody doing these 12-week pilot runs on this new digital currency that's getting ready to come into play. And everybody, but a lot of people still are playing games, and everybody, things about to become a reality. You know what I'm saying? Everyone on the planet is getting ready to be tried. We foresee it's the evil, and everybody, we're constantly watching, praying, and being sober. And not about it, because we know that we're living in these ill times. That ill time of trouble is right upon us. We at the beginning of sorrow, and Jacob's trouble is right at the door. And not about it, the simple pass on. Who is this simple? The two-thirds, you know what I'm saying? That rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They did not want to hear. They're not seen. You know what I'm saying? They constantly in the house of mirth. They love it here, and they're getting ready to die here. So now, let's go to let's get another quick precept. Let's go to Psalm chapter 50. One moment. Psalm chapter 50 and verse 22. Psalm chapter 50, one moment. Psalm chapter 50 and verse 22. Psalm chapter 50 and verse 22. And it reads, and now consider this, ye that forgot Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver you. And that about the Lord's getting ready to rip this place to pieces. Now about a lot of people are still, you know what I'm saying, are still going on with their daily life, still got the mortal thought. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, we're here. And everybody, they constantly thinking that everything is going to be all right. The Lord is coming back for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Everyone can be saved. Still talking about white man Jesus. And the Lord is getting ready to lay this place down with that fervent heat. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, the indignation of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And everybody, the Lord is getting ready to bring that sword. And out about we constantly warn you left and right. And out about we already know that what, hey, the 230, they can't get it this time around. And out about you don't say, hey, just like I told you, the Bible prophets are rolling out right before our eyes. But a lot of people still thinking about Christmas, giving out gifts, being happy, smiling, and being jolly. And out about you shall be what? Have a vexation of the spirit. You'll be a howling and weeping. You know what I'm saying? Travailing like a woman with child. Very soon, Jacob's trouble, it is at the door. And who will be in trouble? The Negro, the Latino, the Native Indians, the Mexican. And out about, hey, it's getting ready to come to pass. Not about it is about to get real. We constantly warn you left and right. And hey, we are here. So now let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter just random scriptures. 2nd Ezra chapter 8. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. One moment. And it reads that many great misery shall be done unto them that in the latter time, which in fact is now, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. A lot of our people walking in great pride, you know what I'm saying? Lovers of themselves, covetous, you know what I'm saying? Constantly doing wickedness each and every day, doing things that is displeasing to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, we are here. It is at the door. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? That great time of trouble is, all hell could break loose at any given time. We seeing that Russia and Ukraine is constantly intensifying. We seeing that, it's rumors that NATO is getting ready to come into the fight. So we know once NATO get involved, we know that America will get involved. And we will not win this time. And hey, the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. We constantly warn you left, right. But a lot of our people want to thrive here. They still want to accomplish things here. And the Lord already told you, this is not your rest. And hey, we constantly warn you left, right. But a lot of people is getting ready to wake up, but it will be too late. And hey, we are here. It is at the door. Any given time, all hell can break loose. Even though these holidays get ready to come upon us, and they can catch you while you are asleep, and while you're feasting, while you're eating. You know what I'm saying? While you're off guard. That's where the enemy want to come in. Like a flood. But the Lord said, when the enemy come in like a flood, the Lord gonna lift up that standard. But a lot of our people have great pride. You know what I'm saying? Thinking of themselves, not thinking of their true power. You know what I'm saying? Constantly, you know what I'm saying? Being rebellious. And they were rebellious back then. They are rebellious now. And hey, great evils it get ready to befall you. And you know what I'm saying? People getting ready to die in a great number. And because what? They did not seek the Lord. And they despised and mocked the prophet. And hey, the Lord is getting ready to cease the arrogance of the proud. And we constantly warning you left and right. We are here. It is at the door. So now, let's go. One moment. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9. One moment. Ezekiel chapter 9. One moment. Ezekiel chapter 9. And we'll start at verse, one moment. We'll start up at verse 4. Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And it reads that, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what we're doing. We sighing and crying and left and right. And that mark is the mark of what? This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. And the one that have it is what? The elect. You know what I'm saying? We hoping that we're what? A part of the hopeful elect. So the Lord is what? Is separating the house of Israel. And hey, we are here. It's at the door. He's constantly we're going through a shifting process. And the Lord said what? The same that endure, the same shall be saved. And hey, the body count is getting ready to be great, whether you believe it or not. And a lot of people are still are relaxing in their leaves. And they're in for a rude awakening. So now let's start back up. Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 5 said, and to the others, he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Verse 6, slay utter, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. And that's getting ready to happen. and out about the sealing of the elect, and the Lord's getting ready to bring this what? This destruction, though what destroying wind, what the IBCM missed, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And out about, if you know, the Lord said what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. And out about, you don't have that mark of what? Of salvation, that mark of exemption, and out about, you will be what? Totally destroyed. And out about, hey, the Lord is only coming back for that 1/3 remnant. And out about, the Lord said what? First my judgment will start at the house of Israel. We are sighing and crying left and right, but only the elect will get it this time around. The election has attained, and what? And the rest was blind. When you go to what? Romans chapter 12 and verse 11, I believe. No, we'll get that right quick. Make sure I'm right. I don't want to butcher. Let's go to Romans chapter. One moment. Romans chapter. One moment. A little cold out here. One moment. Romans chapter. Hold on. Romans chapter 11, verse 7. One moment. And it reads, said, what then? Israel has not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election has attained it, and the rest was blind. And everybody, you know what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of people are still seeking for answers, still are trying to find out the truth, still are trying to find out who are the chosen people of the Bible. Oh, we're not the chosen people of the Bible, or we're not Israelite, you know what I'm saying? We're Gentile. And everybody, the election has attained, and the rest was blind. Still are talking about, don't know what time that we're living. Oh, we're not in the end time, you know what I'm saying? Things are, everything is all right, you know what I'm saying? We still have sunshine, everything is lovely. And everybody, hey, you have a strong delusion. And everybody, hey, the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. And not about whether you believe it or not. When they say what? Peace and safety, then total destruction will come upon them. And not about, hey, we're here. It is at the door. So now, let's go to one moment. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30. Just random scriptures. And I hope that you get edified. Isaiah chapter 30, one moment. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse. We'll start up at verse 1. And it reads, it said, woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of me, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, or the prophets, to strengthen themselves, and the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And everybody, so those are the one, you know, it's not what perceiving the evil. You know, they are constantly trusting in the strength of Egypt, which in fact is what is Babylon the Great. And everybody, you know, we are sighing and crying left and right, but you are thinking that we're crazy. And everybody, you know, you trust in the modern day what? Pharaoh, which in fact is what? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Not about, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people right now, you know, they're happy, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I'm saying, get into the what? The holiday spirit, all these abominations, you know, things that what is displeasing to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So what evils are getting ready to befall you, and not about, you know, great death, great mourning, great persecution is right upon it. We at the what? The beginning of sorrows. Rumors of wars are all over the place. You know, nations are rising against nations. The heathen are raging. You know what I'm saying? They're imagining a vain thing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to start their own what currency, you know, to back it with gold and silver. And that about, you know, they are hating the whore. And we constantly warn you left, right. But that about, you cannot get it this time around. You know what I'm saying? Israel, what is Israel seeking for? And that about the truth. And that about who has attained the elect, what? The elect, the house of David. And that about, we constantly warn you left, right. The Bible is the true book. And that about the middle law, we constantly sign and cry left and right. And that about, we seeing all these right now. I'm in the park right now. They got what Christmas decoration all over this place. And that about it, you know what I'm saying? I foresee the evil. And that about it, they're constantly getting what? Rocked back to sleep from the left hand side. Cause what? They trust in the strength of Egypt, which in fact is Babylon the Great, your land of your captivity. But that about it, the 2/3, they're thinking that they are free. And I about they still thinking that the white man is what? Is they free? And I about you in for a rude awakening. So let's start back up. Let's go to let's drop down to Isaiah chapter 30. One moment. Isaiah chapter 30, and we'll start up at verse 9. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 9. He said that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Verse 10, which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophet, prophesy not unto us a right thing, speak unto us smooth thing, prophesy deceit. Verse 11, get you down the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Verse 12, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in the high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant. So out of that, all of a sudden, all hell would break loose. And out about, the men of the Lord, we constantly telling you left and right, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to hear the prophet, you know what I'm saying? You know, say, hey man, get away from me, man. I'm in a holiday spirit. What they told Moses back in the day, leave us alone, leave us in the land of Egypt where we ate good, you know what I'm saying? We drank good. And out about, as of the days of Moses, as of the days of what? Noah, as of the days of Lot. And out about, that same rebellious house still here today, constantly being rebellious, constantly doing things that's what is displeasing to Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, want to do wickedness, you know what I'm saying? Love what? Love the evil and hate the good. And out about, hey, we are here. It is at the door. And out about these Bible prophecies, what? Are constantly rolling out like clockwork, you know what I'm saying? And out about the end is being manifested right before our eyes. And out about, hey, the Lord is getting ready to bring it. And out about, hey, we ready to get out of this nightmare. We ready to get back in our first state. We ready for this place to be over. Woo! We cannot wait. The kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. So now, one moment. Let's go to Second Ezra, just random script. Second Ezra chapter 16. Second Ezra chapter 16. One moment. Second Ezra chapter 16, and we'll start up. One moment. Let's start up at verse 17. Second Ezra chapter 16. And verse 17, and it reads that, it said, woe is me, and woe me destruction. Who will deliver me in those days? Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And out about, that's the men of the Lord. We're constantly telling you about famine. We telling you about pestilence. We telling you about wars. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things to get ready is coming upon us. And out about it, but a lot of our people were still in the house of murder. You know what I'm saying? And out about it, we read upon World War III. Rumors of wars are all over the place. Still, they get ready to set up what this new world order, this global reset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This MOT is right upon us. Evils are growing all around us. And out about it, a lot of people are constantly are relaxing, constantly are not paying attention, not redeeming the time wisely. And out about it, we are here. It is at the door. So now let's start back up. Verse 19 said, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Verse 21, behold, victims shall be good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Verse 20, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape of the hunger shall the sword destroy. So that is about it. Hey, we're living in these times. We're seeing that we having an attack, like what was in North Carolina and other different state that they were having an attack on their grid. You know what I'm saying? They're constantly attacking what they call the infrastructure, where their electric, their power. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things are getting ready to happen, what you call like rolling blackouts. You know what I'm saying? We coming upon, I believe, a dark winter, and out about, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be food shortage, and out about it could even be a railroad strike. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, and out about, you know what I'm saying? So we're not ignorant of Satan's device. A lot of things to get ready to come before us, and out about, a lot of people cannot see, and out about it because you know what? They're a part of the 2/3, and out about it, you know what I'm saying? The Lord has given them a strong delusion, and out about it, so evils are constantly growing all around us, and out about it, we're getting very close to that great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Hey, it is at the door. So let's go to Amos chapter 3. One moment. Amos chapter 3. One moment. See here, Amos chapter 3. One moment. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. And it reads said, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it? And everybody, hey, you know what I'm saying? So the trumpet's being blown each and every day. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, still won't get it this time around. And everybody, we already know that the Lord is only coming back for that 130 elect, the house of David. And everybody, we seeing that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, they constantly are getting ready to bring forth what this enterprise, the agenda, what their devices. And everybody, it's at the door. And everybody, the middle war, we constantly warning you left and right. We're sighing and crying left and right, you know, being a watchman for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And everybody, we seeing that, you know, that you know what I'm saying, any given time, you know, things could go nuclear. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you know what I'm saying, though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely come. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's speaking loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? The end is being manifest. And everybody, hey, you know, we constantly, you know what I'm saying, watching, praying, and being sober. Because everybody, hey, we're here. And everybody, you know, so a lot of people right now, you know what I'm saying, gonna be caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? They constantly, you know what I'm saying, getting into the festivities. You know what I'm saying? Still being rebellious. You know what I'm saying? Still not considering. You know, still, you know what I'm saying, not praying, not watching. And not about the signs of the times are here. Great death, great mourning, great persecution. And not about it. Hey, let's go to one moment. Let's go to First Thessalonians. One moment. First Thessalonians chapter 5. Let's go here. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. First Thessalonians. One moment. First Thessalonians chapter 5. One moment. And we'll start up at verse 3. First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. And it reads said, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So right now we're in what? Peace and safety. Right now, you know, everything is good. You know, this is the quiet before the storm. And everybody, you know what I'm saying, at any given time. But a lot of people, you know, they looking like right now, it's sunshine. A lot of people walking around in the park, you know what I'm saying, being married. You know what I'm saying? You know, just as of the days of old, there's nothing new under the sun. And everybody, we're here. It is at the door. And everybody, that time of trouble is coming upon it. You know what I'm saying? He causes all, great and small, rich and poor, to what? To receive a mark in they what? In their right hand, and also in they what? Forehead. And everybody, you already hearing that what Elon Musk said about, and within 6 months, you know, that the Neuralink will be ready. And everybody, hey, we're here. And everybody, we know that the what? The hokey pokey is gonna work hand in hand with the what? The RFD microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things, you know, we got to be careful what we say. And also, you know what I'm saying, Biden, he already what? Signed the bill for same sex, you know what? You know what I'm saying, for the alphabet people. So hey, this place is worse than what? Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, it is called what? Spiritually called what? Sodom and Egypt. And everybody, hey, we're living in real time. And everybody, hey, this is it's the land of confusion. And everybody, hey, the Lord is getting ready to come back, you know what I'm saying, and set up that what? Righteous kingdom forever and forever. We cannot wait. So now, let's First Thessalonians chapter 5, we start back up at verse 4. And it reads said, but ye brothers are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Verse 5, ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Verse 16, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Verse 7, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. Verse 9, for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua has not appointed us to wrath, but to attain salvation by our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach. And that about, we are not sleeping. And that about, we're constantly watching. We'll be in what? Circumspect. And that about, you know, we got the right what? Mindset. And that about, you know, the Lord is getting ready to return. And that about, hey, whether you believe it or not, you know, say a lot of people are still, you know what I'm saying, they constantly want to accomplish things here. They constantly, you don't want to be wicked. You know what I'm saying? They want to have that do thy will spirit. And that about, we seeing all these things are going on around. We seeing what weather is constantly changing. You know, these winter storms that came through here. You know, also in the South where I live, you know, a lot of people, houses and different buildings got destroyed. So Lord is what envisioned the earth that he created. But a lot of people still are not seeing, still are not hearing. And not about hate, because they are that same rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's go to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1, one moment. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1. One moment. Proverbs chapter 1. One moment. Proverbs. One moment. Proverbs chapter 1. And we'll start up. Let's start up at verse. Let's see what I want to start at. Let's start at verse 20. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. It says, wisdom cries without. She utter her voice in the street. Verse 21. She cries in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates in the city, and she utter her words, saying, how long, ye simple one, will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fool hate knowledge. And out about, hey, right now the men of the Lord sighing and crying left and right, making these videos, and out about in the chief place of concord, also the internet, which in fact, it's a unicorn. The Lord, this gospel shall be preached throughout the four corners of earth. Then shall the end come. And out about warning before destruction. And out about you have been well warned. And out about the men of the Lord, we constantly, each and every day through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, warning you of these impending dangers. Now, we were foreseeing the evil. Now, it's right upon us. And now, it is at the door. World War III. This global reset. One world currency, one world government. Hey man, we're here. All hell is getting ready to break loose. Jacob's trouble. It is at the door. So now, let's start back up. Proverbs chapter 1. We'll start back up at verse 23. And it reads, he said, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you, and I will make known my words unto you. Verse 24, because I have called, ye refused. I have stretched out my hands, and no man regarded. And who are the hands of Yahweh? By Hashem Yahushua, the prophet. And I about, the true believers of Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, the one that you are scoffing and mocking each and every day. Making these videos out in the highways and byways. These sit-downs. And I about, say, hey man, the Lord said work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And I about, hey, it is at the door. The Lord's getting ready to bring that recompense and judgment, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, it's right upon us. And out about, hey, the middle of the Lord, we're signing crying left and right, warning. And out about, hey, we are here. It's at the door. So now, Proverbs chapter 1, and we'll start back up at verse. Let's start back up at verse 24. It said, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hands and no man regarded. Verse 25, but ye have sat at naught at all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fears cometh. Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And out about, because right now is the door of repentance is closing. And out about, it's time to seek the Lord while he can be found. Why this truth is it right now, it's open unto you. And out about, before they take the internet down, they're already talking about taking TikTok down. You already know that this internet is getting ready to go down. Famine of the world is getting ready to come upon us. And out about, the opportunity is now. The door of repentance is closed. And out about, the sealing of the elect, and we out of here. And out about, a lot of people going to be seeking answers in that time. But out about, the Lord said, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Because they was that same rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So now let's read a little bit further down. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 29. And it reads, said, for they that hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. And the truth, they're not fearing the Lord. Not about they doing whatever. Not about it. Hey, they got hell to pay. And not about it. The Lord once again said, first my judgment will start at the house of Israel. Judgment is upon us. And not about the body count is getting ready to be great. And not about we constantly warning left and right. It is here. It is at the door. So now let's start back up. Proverbs chapter 1. We'll start back up at verse 30. It said, they would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Verse 31, therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of food shall destroy them. Verse 33, but whoso hearkens unto me shall dwell safely, and 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 shall be quiet from fear of the Lord, from fear of evil. Salak. And out about hey, we're here. Not about we're making the Lord what our habitation with the what? This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding that only comes from what? Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, it is at the door. We're seeing all of the signs of the times here. We're seeing that, you know what I'm saying, that Russia and Ukraine is picking up. We're seeing that, you know, that they're saying that, you know, a report saying that NATO may get involved. We know once NATO get involved, we knowing that, hey, America will be involved. And everybody, all hell will break loose at any given time. You know, we keeping our eye on Israel. And everybody, a lot of things are getting ready to happen. And everybody, you know, it'll come all of a sudden. And everybody, you know, so we must always be watching. We must always be praying. And everybody, you know, constantly, you know, it's asking the Lord to have mercy upon us. And everybody, because we're living in these times, real times. And everybody, you know, we must have faith. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, a lot of people don't have faith. They don't believe. And everybody, hey, we're here. We are at the end, whether you believe it or not. So let's go, let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's go to Sirach. We'll close out here. Let's go to Sirach chapter 5. Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. Sirach chapter 5, Ecclesiastes and verse 7. Sirach chapter 5 and verse 7. And it reads, said, make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And everybody, hey, it's time to get your house in order. Time to get your mind right. Gird up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Got everybody, we come up upon a time of trouble that we have never seen before. And everybody, we are here. And everybody know a lot of people are putting out, you know, thinking about these holidays. You know what I'm saying? All this wickedness and all this deceivingness. And everybody, hey, the Lord is getting ready to cleanse this place. And everybody, this is the last time. And everybody, hey, you know, hey, the kingdom of heaven, it is at hand. Immortality, rulership, spiritual power. That's what we're longing for each and every day through spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is therefore evil shall come upon thee. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Mikakadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.